Yesterday, Friday, I had two face-to-face interview. So we are hiring for a WordPress admin slash developer for a federal client, for a government client, right? And it's a bit of a complex, environment because while WordPress is very plug and play and easy, but this is a government. 30% of their website traffic comes to this site that is hosted there. It's load balanced, multiple servers, production, disaster recovery, dev, test, stage, whatnot. I mean, overall, it can get quite complicated and complex. So anyway, that's not the portion thing. The point is there were two candidates. I will say candidate A, candidate B, right? I spoke to candidate A about a month and a half or so back, but I wasn't really, this has been a position that has been open for a while. Obviously, since it's a government, it has to be in the US. It's a position we cannot, obviously outsource or give it to someone else. It has to be in the US. It has to be, US citizen, things like that. Where I'm going with this is this. So candidate A, I spoke to him about 1.5 months back, or maybe more or less. I do not know, but it has been a few weeks. And I wasn't really thrilled with him, so I didn't really want to interview. But candidate B, I interviewed him 2 days ago, and I really liked him on the phone when he was interviewing, right? And I will touch on a few things that I do not understand why people do it. So just wanted to kind of give you the background, like how much time A had and how much time B had. And so the recruiter says, what, just interview them, and because it's been open for a while, we need to fill this, let's just move on. So I was like, okay, let's do that, call them in both. I was talking to A, obviously ever since I spoke to him, and he knew he had about I would say a good 36 hours of notice, because when after I spoke to candidate B, I told the recruiter, yeah, let's do a face-to-face on Friday. So, and that was on Wednesday evening. So both candidates knew they have about 24 or 36 hours before they come to the face-to-face meeting. Where I'm going with this is candidate A came in totally unprepared. And not only that, he was bullshitting me. Now, one thing people don't realize is that I'm still technical, right? And there's a geek in me. I'm still quite technical. I can still write Python and PHP and Perl code. For all these programming languages, I still geek out on Unix. I consume content on technical stuff a lot. So I'm not saying I'm the best, but I do know enough. I know what I want to talk about. So that's the thing. But he was bullshitting me, and he says he has done this, and obviously this project requires source code control Git. So I was asking him questions on Git, and he was bullshitting me, and then I went down the rabbit hole, and he got totally stumped. He was deer in the headlight. He didn't know how to respond and things like that, and he was he lost track, and he wanted to change the topic, and he was doing things. But my thing was, to contrast that, candidate B came in, he did some research, he did what the position requires, and he was answering questions and things he didn't know. He was just saying, I do not know. I need to learn, but I do have the capacity to learn, because here are the things in my career that tells you that I can learn. So where I'm going with this is that, dude, I do not know. People take the time, especially where we live, where our office is, it's a lot of traffic. So both these candidates are working somewhere. They took time off from their current job, dress up, drive into our office, spend about 2 hours for a face-to-face interview, right? Only to see that, they were unprepared. Usually I would not have brought candidate A into the office, but because, we need to fill this position very quickly, we wanted to, very quickly, as it's been a subjective term because it's been open for a while. We wanted to kind of, talk to him, take the, best of what we have amongst all the other candidates that I've interviewed or screened on the phone. Where I'm going with this is, dude, you took the time, put some effort. There are things we have mentioned in the job description that what we want, like, what we want you to have and what you will be doing. At least read up on it. Don't just show up unprepared, right? What that does is just like, you lose your chance, you lost your time, you just, don't get considered. So all in all, to wrap it up, there is a happy ending to this whole thing, which is we are going to make an offer to candidate B, just because not only he knows his stuff, but he has done things, but things he didn't know, he just told us. Like, look, I didn't know, but I can learn. You tell us which direction to go and we will learn, right? But that's the simple thing. You don't have to bullshit the person on the other side. I mean, you think you're smart, yeah, but you know what? The person on the other side may know a thing or two. Normally I don't do that, like go down the rabbit hole, because I normally stop, but he was like poking me and he was telling me that, oh, I know, ask me questions. I know, ask me questions. So I started going down. Okay, here are the challenges. How would you debug this problem? Here's what happens. He said he knows Git. So I was like, okay, fine. If you know Git, tell me, how do you resolve merge conflicts, right? And it's for people who are technical, would know how to how to resolve merge conflicts if you do things. And I gave him a scenario we ran into recently where we were doing merge and branch merges and things went haywire. So that's the thing. Hope you show up prepared for anything you do. Don't just show up haphazardly. It's like whether you're going for a date or whether you're going for a tournament, whatever you're doing in life, show up prepared. Put some effort in. If you are going to make the effort, take the effort to actually, if you're going to take the effort to, go there. It's like your doctor showing up for your heart surgery and he doesn't know. He's just going to, hey, I didn't check. Would you like a doctor who's doing heart surgery on you or on your loved ones, and didn't look at your X-ray reports and on your medical condition, just started cutting open your body and working on your heart? You'd be like, that's crap. Same thing with everything in life. Take care. Until next time.